if you pull the picture,
Look at the size of that picture. Holy shit. That cat is so big.
Look at his fucking paws, dude. That's the first thing that I looked at was his paws and his head. I mean, dude, it's 11 inches from thumb to, on my hand, it's 11 inches from pinky to thumb. So when I put my hand up there and that thing fucking just like, it engulfed my hand.
Wow. That thing's so
he could
fucking huge.
He could kill you and drag you by your fucking neck out of there, no problem.
Right up a tree. Whoop.
Right up a fucking tree. You'd be...
Wow.
Look how big his head is.
That's the biggest cat I've ever seen. I saw a big one in Utah a year ago. It was pretty big. It was under a tree. And we were about 30 yards away in a truck. And my buddy Colton, who I was with, he spotted it. We hit the brakes. And you see these glowing eyes under this tree because it was like getting dusk out. And I had my binoculars on, so I'm like zooming in on it. It's big old fucking pumpkin head, but it wasn't that big. The one I saw looked like 180.
It's huge.
Huge,
regardless.
enormous.
Because the average, that's what the CPW told me. The average is like 140 to 160 is like that's what we normally see
and then
for a big mature
like
Tom. And then you get one like that's in his prime, like in his fucking prime,
eating dogs,
eating fucking dog. It's only a matter of time before he eats a fucking person. Like,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So fast forward to us trying to get a hold of this guy that owns his land, right? Because there's a truck in the driveway, but like nobody, I didn't want to go up there and bang on his door at 6 in the morning, like fucking pow, pow, pow. People that live back out there, they don't want to be fucking bothered.
Right.
So so finally 2 hours go by of us calling people and hearing stories, this and that, and finally we get this guy's fucking standing outside now. So we're like, fuck yeah, now we could drive down, we'd keep driving to see if that, because there's private and then there's public, so we didn't want to go on this private land without permission because it's just the way you fucking do things, right? Don't be a dick. And so finally he's out there standing like kind of waving at us. He's like, you guys see these fucking tracks around here? Like, because they went up onto his porch, the tracks go up under his porch, onto his porch, and then across his backyard and up into the fucking mountains, like straight up a cliff. So we're like, fuck. And he was like, you guys lion hunting? We're like, yeah. He's like, can you guys go get this one? And we're like, fuck yeah. We tried to get a hold of you for 2 hours. He's like, oh, was that you guys on the porch? He's like, I thought that was the lion.
So this guy, you get a hold of him. He gives you permission. And then how does it go about?
So we fucking get out of the truck. I got gaiters on, fucking coat. It just snowed. So it's like 2 feet of snow on the ground. So, and we're at 8,000 feet and it goes up to 11,000. And then, so it's like 8 to 11,000 in vertical feet where we're hanging out at. So we get the dogs on the tracks and they go straight up the fucking hill. First they go under the porch and sniff around because they're like, this is where the scent's the strongest. They just went straight to the under the porch. So he was sleeping under there every night, fucking denned up. Like that scares the fuck out of me. And then the dogs get on that track and they're fucking, they just take off. And we use GPS, but you have to stay with them because if they get those lions in a cave, the lion will kill every dog that you got. They'll just kill them all. So you got to fucking try to stay with the dogs. And Alex is like, all right, and he's like a fucking mountain goat, right? He's just fucking straight up the mountain, right? I'm slipping and sliding the whole way up. So I just said, fucking, I'm gonna crawl. So I got my bow in one hand, packing the fucking leashes and some water in my other and on my back, and I'm just crawling. Just crawl straight up this fucking mountain. And we get up there and I'm thinking, hopefully, please have him treat up here. Nope. They were fucking 2 miles that way already. It took me like an hour and a half to get up that hill. And I just slid down the other side, fucking straight down into this drainage where they went and crawled up through this drainage because the snow was like fucking up to my chest, it felt like. Could barely walk through it. And then I go, Alex is calling me because he's way ahead of me now. He calls me, he goes, hey, where the fuck are you at? And I was like, dude, I'm fucking so far behind you. Like, I can't even, I'm moving so slow through this shit. And he was like, well, hurry up, we got him. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I can't even hear the hounds. I can't hear them.
So how far away is he?
Like 2 miles, mile and a half.
Oh, my God.
But it's like, but to get to him, I had to go up, straight back up to 11,000 feet, follow his tracks, and then drop down on him.
Oh, wow.
Well, here's where I fucked up. He sent me like the pin. He sent me the pin where he was, and I was like, all right, I'm coming straight to you. He's like, come straight to the pin. I said, okay. Instead of following his tracks like I should have, I went straight to the fucking pin. So I'm like side hilling, and I'm telling you, this shit's straight up and down. It's rocky and slippery. You can't fucking post hole into it. You're just sliding and falling the whole way. Like my fucking pants are all ripped up. I'm cramping my hamstrings, quads, my rib cage, my forearms and shit. I'm cramping bad. So I got to the point where I couldn't even fucking walk. without just locking up. So I just crawled and I dropped down. I'm on the fucking road and I'm like, I call him. He's like, where the fuck are you at? We're going to lose this lion. And I was like, I'm on the road now. And he was like, oh no. He's like, you got to climb back up. I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, I'll be there. And he was like, you're never making it up here. I said, watch me, motherfucker. And so I did. I fucking crawled all the way up through there. And the shit I was climbing and crawling, like it was sketchy, man. If I fell and rolled down through that shit, it was gonna kill me probably. Like I'd be fucked up, break a leg. A lot of shit can happen to you up there. So I just kept crawling and it was only 900 yards that I had to go. So it was like probably 800 feet vertically that I had to go. But it was like 2 feet of snow, slippery as hell, with a bow, fucking crawling and cramping. So I get to him and I'm laying there under the tree at one point and I look up and there's the lion right above me. And he's sitting there looking at me and his fucking teeth are out and he's like, like doing that shit.
Holy shit.
And he's only like 20 feet from me. And I'm just like, I'm so exhausted that I'm like, I'm dead if he fucking falls on me. So I have like a knife right here on my packs just in case, just in case that fucker falls out of the tree. Because that branch could snap at any time. He's on a shitty fucking branch like this. I was like, this don't look fucking, this is sketchy. He said, Alex goes, hurry up, bud. You got to get up here. And I was like, I'm coming, motherfucker. And there's a video of me on my Instagram. You can see me fucking like, I get up and he's taking a video of me. I look like Rob Zombie. I'm fucking dead. My face is pale white. My dreads are all fucking hanging out. And he's like, and I just shake my head at him and stand up there. And that's where that fucking training comes in with the bow. Because I do this fucking crazy high intensity training in my basement, and then I pull my bow out when my heart rate's at like 160, 170, and fucking just shooting dimes.
Really?
So I get up,
practice doing it that way.
I practiced doing it that way, but I'd never. The one thing I never practiced was shooting at that angle. Right. So I was like, this is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna have to cam you're on all this shit. You have to do all this shit to make a good shot because I'm shooting him in the chest.
Right.
So I'm like, he's facing me, and dude, the look on this fucking lion's eyes. He's like staring through my soul, this fucker. And I was like, dude, it's over for you, bud. Fucking days are numbered. I fucking sent one right through his chest, man. It was a perfect shot. Like to me, at one point I was like down below and I said, can I shoot him from here? And he was like, fuck no, he's going to land on you. And I was like, oh, that would be fucking
that'd be a problem.
Kind of intense. I said, okay, I guess I'll make it up there. It's still only like 40 yards, but 40 yards might as well be a fucking half a mile in that kind of, wow. when you're in that, like, dude, I shot that, when I released that arrow, I just fucking fell, like just sat down.